Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Usually my face is a lot darker than my neck and like my chest area. It's always been super pale, and that's always been something that bugged me because it's only happened within like the last couple. Oh, you can really tell. Wow. So this brings me on into what I was going to talk about. I self-tanned for the first time. Oh, I know why that's so much dark. So I self-tanned for the first time because of that constant contrast. It's only happened within like the past couple years or so. Ever since I moved to Portland, my skin just kind of gets lighter and lighter with every year and every season. So I was kind of over that, and I needed a little color back in my life. So that brings me to my very first product. I'm going to do Sephora products first since I kind of started talking about my tan, and I got the Saint Tropez starter kit. So it comes with 4 items. The first thing is actually the mitt, and because I self-tanned last night, the mitt's dirty and it's kind of air drying in my bathroom. But aside from that guy, there is half of them are backwards. There's a scrub in here to kind of, you know, prep your skin for the self-tanner, and then you have the actual self-tanner itself. It's the express one, so you can choose the level of intensity that you want. I kept it on for 2 hours because it's light, medium, and dark. And I wanted to do dark, but I wasn't sure how it would come out. Like, since it was my very first time ever self-tanning, I was kind of a little scared. And then I did the moisturizing after. My chest is a little bit darker because that means that I can, you know, wear different darker foundations now, which is exciting since I don't have to use like my porcelain and alabaster shades anymore. So the other thing from Sephora I got is a Sweet Peach palette. I've been using this a lot on the daily. I've only used it in I think like 1 or 2 tutorials. My Vampy prom look. It is using this palette. If you want to go check that out, check it out. It is amazing little palette. Smells like peaches. It's a good palette. I just feel like people should be really upset. You know, at Sephora, I see clients coming in all the time asking for it, and when I tell them, oh, we're sold out, like we only had like 3 in the store by the time it was like time to open, because we had like a list and everything. So we had some on reserve for some people. So I've been seeing a lot of like broken hearts and really sad faces when people come and they don't have the palette in stock at my Sephora. So just, you know, it's a good palette, but don't feel like you're missing out on anything huge if you don't get it. Like, there's nothing super spectacularly amazing about this palette other than the scent. And the scent you don't really need in your life. Just buy a bag of candy and you got it. Next is potentially my favorite bronzer like of all time, and it's the Sephora Los Cabos. Why did I say it like that? Los Cabos bronzer, and it's just the Sephora brand ones. I personally love our products. I feel like we have a lot of really awesome, great quality products. Some of them, you know, it's hit or miss with a lot of products, but you find some really awesome gems in there, and I feel like this is definitely one of them. It's just a perfect neutral bronzer for people who are kind of light to medium like I am. I'm not super pale, especially now with my tan, but I am still pretty fair, and I have a lot of yellow in my skin. So if you kind of fall within that range, check this guy out. It's really awesome. But if you're more of a medium skin tone, it'll just blend in a lot easier, and it's not going to be that nice bronzy glow. But next, I picked up another one of my Clinique Take the Day Off balms. I remember falling in love with this guy like years ago at my Macy's. This was like the first product that I ever bought from Macy's in their makeup-y section, and it just kind of caught my eye along with their brush cleaner. So I have been a loyal fan of this for years, and I just needed to pick it up again. I ran out of my Lancome one, and I'm sorry, but I'm not about to pay $42 for an oil cleanser. So I went back to this guy. I've had it now for a little bit, and it's only like 28 bucks, which is a lot better than 42, because I'm not going to pay for that. That's just crazy. If they want to give me another one in gratis, that's cool, but I will not pay 42 bucks. I also picked up the White Russian Buxom lip gloss. I don't know why I haven't picked it up before. It is amazing. You get that really nice tingly sensation. It's a really beautiful nude color. It's not sticky and gross and weird. The only thing I wish would be a little bit different about all Buxom glosses is the applicator. They're just a little too stiff, and I really wish it had more of a brush like the Dior one that I got. I love that, but this color is just beautiful. Like, it's a perfect everyday nude color, and I've been wearing it a ton. And one last thing that's, again, from Sephora collection, I've wanted this thing for so long, like since I started working there almost 2 years ago. It's the shade Brown is Back from their long-lasting lipsticks. It's like the really matte lipsticks, and it is a skinny little tube. It's like 14 bucks, I believe, but this color is just the perfect like brownie nude. It is just amazing. So when I was in Sephora at the Seattle location, they have the whole line of like Anastasia liquid lipsticks. We don't have that at our store, sadly, but I was looking at the shades with my friend Stephanie, and I fell in love with Vamp. Beautiful shade. It's kind of like a deeper brownish red. Absolutely love that guy. So those are all the things that I got from Sephora. So now I'm gonna go on into the drugstore purchases, which is interesting because some of these things you can only get in certain states in a drugstore, so it's gonna kind of be kind of drugstore but kind of not. The first thing is the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. So I had the original, no, I had the cooling one originally. The scent was really intense in that guy. I picked up this guy hoping that it would be a lot different, and it was. This one is like 1,000 times better. It's actually bearable, and I really do like this guy. Also, two random like body things. I got this new tone body wash. I was just needing some new body wash, and I was just at Walmart getting groceries, so I figured I would go take a look. And this one smells really good. It smells like the original Herbal Essence shampoos, like the ones in the pink bottles. It smells really similar to that, so it kind of takes me back a little bit. And right below it was this new display of the Zest Smoothie Body Scrubs. I've used this once already just to kind of test it out. It smells like the peach palette, but with a little bit of mango in there, so it smells really good. It's a really subtle scrub, and I do kind of like that. So this guy I have repurchased now 2 times, and I just feel like it's just the best top coat for me personally. It dries them super fast. It just leaves like such a nice high shine, and there's just something about this top coat that I love. It's the Out the Door Top Coat by I&M. I get mine at Rite Aid. It's only like $4. It's personally my favorite because I don't like to wait too long for my nails to dry. So I was at Rite Aid one day, and they had buy one get one free on their Physicians Formula, so I got 2 products that I really wanted to try. The first is their multicolored face enhancer in Highlight 1440. It's just kind of like a multiple colored powder, and the other one is the butter bronzer. I've really wanted to try this guy. I've heard really good things about it. I saw it a couple weeks ago when it was like just launched, but I didn't want to pick it up until I had heard like good things about it, so that's why I finally got that guy. And my last 2 drugstore things are things that you can only get at, or at least for me, the only place close by that I can get them are Walgreens in Seattle. And I got 2 products. First is the Bahama bronzer. I got a lot of bronzers actually now that I think about it. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's like just the perfect shade, but it's a little bit darker than like the Sephora one, which is kind of cool for days that, you know, I will be a little more tan now. The Meet Matte Hues in the shade Honest. This one just kind of worked. I put it on my hand, and I loved how it kind of looked once it dried. So then later that day I had to go back and get it, so I got it, and again it's the shade Honest from the Balm. One quick Amazon purchase that I got the other day is this really cute little brush belt. It's a pretty small one. I didn't want anything really big, but I do have like weddings and I have photo shoots and stuff, so I figured with wedding season like about to explode, I should get a brush belt. So now on to ColourPop, I got a couple things. The first thing is their brow pencil in the shade Black and Brown. This one is a little bit lighter. I kind of want to get something a little bit darker, but it is pretty close to like ebony that I usually wear. It's a lot creamier than Anastasia ones, so if you don't like that aspect of it, I wouldn't say pick it up because they are super creamy. So then I also got their new highlighter, which is a Dreamcatcher. It has kind of a gold look to it, but it's also kind of pink. And I also tried their new bronzer. This one's in the shade Carry On. They have a bunch, and I feel like this one's really warm. It might be a little bit better now that I'm gonna be more tan. My first time using like a matte cream bronzer, and I actually really liked it, especially for like no makeup days. These are awesome. So I got 2 of their Ultra Satin lips. This first one is in the shade Marshmallow. It's a really light purple color, and it is just gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about this color is that it honestly stains my lips pink. The other one is Petite 4, and this one's kind of like a slate color. It is awesome. It's kind of like a slate blue. It's just amazing. So I got 2 things from Jeffree Star. The first is his new Scorpio liquid lip. I haven't worn it. It's actually my first time even swatching it. From what I've seen though, it looks awesome. It looks kind of like a dark version of Aisha from Kat Von D, so that's awesome. I love all of these like gray toned lippies from Beautylish. I put in an order and I wanted to get free shipping, and I've been wanting to try this guy for a really long time. So I decided to finally get it, and it's his Velour Lip Scrub in the scent Strawberry Gum. This is a huge tub. I feel like whenever I see them online and stuff, they look super tiny. It's actually like a pretty big tub. Like, I don't know if you can, you know, it's big. It smells so good. It smells kind of like strawberry sour strips. Also from Beautylish, I picked up the Inglot Gel Liner. I finally decided to get rid of my black track from MAC because I've had that one for literally 4 years. So I figured it was time to retire that bad boy, since it was definitely way expired. And I've used this once already, and I'm super impressed. But this is so creamy. I love it. If it ever dries out, I have my Durline. And also with that guy, I purchased the Lit Clear Liquid Glitter Base. You get a huge container for like 20 bucks, and it's gonna seriously last like forever. So the last thing from Beautylish that I got was another Z palette. I got the same size, extra large, because I'm almost out of space in my first one, and I do have some new exciting products to put in it. So I know that I'm gonna run out of space and I needed a new one. So I went ahead and picked up another one on Beautylish, and I love the extra large one. Just a really nice size. And if you follow me on Snapchat, which you should, which is around here somewhere, you'll see that I went to MAC to back to MAC all of my things, and I got 4 items in exchange for all of my empties. And when you back to MAC, if you don't know, you can take 6 of your empty containers. If it's a counter, you can only get lip sticks. If it's a store, like a freestanding store, you can either a lipstick, eyeshadows, or a lip gloss in exchange for 6 empties. I had 24. Right, 24. Yeah, I had 24 empties, so I was able to get 4 things. First thing is the lipstick. I got the shade Myth. It just seemed like the perfect nude to get, and I've always heard such good things about it, so I figured that I would just go ahead and pick up that guy. But the first one that I got is Vanilla. So I was hoping to get a matte kind of creamy shade, but that one has some shimmer in it, which I didn't see in the store. It definitely should not have that shimmer in it, but whatever. The other one that I got is Chrome Yellow, which is a super bright yellow. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia palette, the Arts palette with the shade Fresh. And since I don't always love to like dig out that palette, I figured I would get a nice bright yellow for my Z palette, since like I said, I will be depotting these. And the last thing is Nylon, which I've been hearing so much about lately. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's do it. So I got it. It's very frosty. It's a very shimmery shade. I really wanted it for like my inner corners. I've been into like really like silver or really bright sparkly inner corners lately. My MAC store is actually really close to a bunch of cute little boutiques. So there is one called Blush Beauty Bar. I went there just to see what they had. They had the Lorac highlighter. I picked up Daylight. All the other ones, they're all beautiful, but this one is more of like my shade, where it's kind of a champagne gold. But I love the packaging. I love how it's super slim and just very sleek and compact. I had already decided before that I wasn't gonna get them, but then I saw all the swatches and I saw his video and everything, and I was kind of like, all right, I'll buy them. So it's the Manny, MUA, and Ofra liquid lips, and we share birthdays, so I was like, you know what, I need Aries. And then I just kind of figured that I would buy the other 2 because I just, you know, it just happens. And we are almost to the end. So one other order that I put in was an order to Violet Voss. So I ended up getting 7 shades from her glitter line. I got Copperella, which is a beautiful coppery rose goldy shade. Kiki is a beautiful kind of pinky silver purpley shade. It just has a ton of different colors. And again, if you see my Vampy prompt tutorial, I did use this one, which is called Champagne Kisses, in that video. It's a really pretty kind of silvery pinky shade. I also picked up Unicorn Party, which is a mixture of green, blue, purple, pink, pretty much every color. So the next shade that I got was Bailey. I don't know why they gave it that name, but it's a really nice blue color. It's kind of like it's not really a super dark blue, but it's not a light blue either. It's literally right in between. It's like a medium tone blue. And I also got Teresa and Piper. Teresa is kind of like a mermaidy color. It's kind of like a teal, but it has blue, silver, yellow. Like it has a bunch of really cool reflex in it. And then Piper is the purple one. So this last handful of things is the reason why I didn't want to have long nails during this process, because I knew that opening these little packets and taking out the shadows would be a biznatch with long ass nails. So I figured that I would do this first, and then I could take my product shots after. Once my nails are all nice and pretty, because I knew, like, knowing me, I would totally dig my finger into one of them with like long fake nails. So yes, so that's why I did that first. I do also have Facility Poppies, and I can't do that with long nails. I got 11 of their new 18 eyeshadows, and then I also picked up 8 of their existing shades because I really just wanted to pick them up. Some of them are really fun, bright colors, and others I just really wanted to try. So first is the shade Cupcake. It's a really pretty kind of soft pink, a little bit of brown. Like, it's just a beautiful shade. Oh, this one's Americano. It's a really dark, kind of almost red toned brown. It's just one of the regular shadows, and I've always wanted a deep dark brown like this, so I figured, again, just pick it up. This next one is Petal Pusher, and it's just like the nicest taupey lilac, and it's just so pretty. Again, I've wanted this for such a long time. So I picked up 3 kind of really fun bluish colors. The first one is Ocean Breeze. It's just like a beautiful, sparkly, deep blue. Another one that I got inspired by this whole like spring and summer, I got Mermaid, and this is like a beautiful kind of green blue with some like really pretty shimmer in there. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful shade, and I really, really want to do a tutorial with this already. And the final blue is the poolside shade. It's just such a really bright, vibrant, beautiful blue. Another very springy shade is the shade Carnival. It's just a beautiful like lilac color. It's a little bit deeper of a lilac, and I'm just so excited about all of these kind of lilac-y, purpley, pink color. And the last one is the shade Corrupt. I've just really been needing a really good black in my Z palettes because I feel like I definitely don't have any in my Z palette. Now going on into the new shades, I'm gonna start with this one. It's called Fashion Addict. It's very similar to Carnival. It's just a little bit deeper of a color, and it has a little more pink in it. So this one's Carnival, and this one is the new one, Fashion Addict. They're really different, but they are kind of similar, but I feel like they're different enough. This next one is Brownie Points, and this one's kind of a taupey brown tones, so I figured this would be a good kind of transition color that's more of a cool tone color. This next one is Casino, and it's a beautiful, beautiful gold. I don't really have a gold that I love, so I kind of really been wanting to try to find it, and maybe more of a yellow tone gold. And this next one is called Wild West. It's definitely not a color that's, you know, different in my collection. It's very similar to colors that I already own. Just a tad bit more red in it, which is why I wanted it. I already have like really brown browns, and I have really red browns, but this one's just like right in the middle. So the next one is Tuscan Sun. This one's just a beautiful rosy color. It's definitely sunset-y kind of color. So this next one is called Tiki Hut. When I kind of looked at it initially, it reminded me a lot of Desert Sand. So this is Tiki Hut, and here is Desert Sands. So you can definitely see it's a little bit darker. It actually looks very similar to Uninterrupted by MAC. Very, very similar, but again, still a little bit different. Actually, they look pretty identical. This next one is Sin City, and it's a beautiful kind of orangey gold. It's not as yellow as the other one, which is nice. So they're two completely different shades, and I'm really excited about both of them. This next one is Chit Chat, and it's a really pretty satin kind of, what's the word, periwinkle shade, and it's so pretty. It's showing up a little more blue on camera, but I'm hoping that it really picks up that purple in it because it's such a pretty color. So this next one is called Hot Pants, and it's kind of like a mixture of Chit Chat, which is what I just said, and Fashion Addict. So this next one is Hopscotch, and it's a really nice kind of very pale periwinkle shade. It's an all matte shade, which is awesome, and I'm really excited to see how this shows up on my skin because I'm not quite sure how it's going to show up since it is a really pale light purple shade. And my favorite one, which is the one that I was most excited for out of all of them, is Pillow Talk. It's a really pretty kind of satiny, I don't even know how to describe it. It's such a different shade. It has so many different colors to it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful shade. So here is my finished little Z palette. I'm so excited about it. So that's pretty much all of the stuff that I purchased this month of April. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, also make sure to follow me on all my social media, which I had probably up here somewhere. And I will see you guys next time.